The report formed the basis for debate by the houses on 17th and 18th January 2023. The Parliament would then submit its report on the findings and recommendations on the ZEC 2022 a preliminary report on the delimitation exercise to His Excellency the President by 20th January 2023 for the onward submission to ZEC. These processes were to be completed within 14 days in terms of Section 161, subsection 8 of the Constitution. This report, therefore, is an outcome of the analysis by the committee and contains findings and recommendations by the Adoc committee as mandated by Parliament. Madam Speaker, terms of reference of the Adoc committee. The Adoc committee's terms of reference are as follows: to analytically consider the Zimbabwe Electoral Commission 2022 preliminary report on the delimitation exercise and that it complies with Section 161 of the Constitution. And two, to report its findings and recommendations to the National Assembly and the Senate on Friday, 30th January 2023. Madam Speaker, our methodology during its work, the committee conducted a review of legal instruments which are related to the delimitation exercise. Looked at the previous delimitation reports for 2020, 2007, and 2008. Given the technical nature of the delimitation exercise, the committee engaged a consultant with expertise in delimitation issues and public policy. Furthermore, the committee received oral evidence from ZEC to get an appreciation of how they conducted the delimitation exercise. The committee also received written submissions from members of Parliament on their presence on the delimitation exercise. The committee analyzed the report together with the oral and written submissions and came up with the report for presentation to both houses. It is critical to note that the committee was working within a tight schedule as it takes only 7 days within which to discharge its mandate. The committee expresses its greatest appreciation to ZEC for the time and effort invested in this exercise and the expertise they continue to share. The committee also expresses its gratitude to members of Parliament, the Secretariat, and the consultants, the people of Zimbabwe, and any stakeholders for their critical contribution towards the delimitation exercise. Madam Speaker, findings and observations. The committee would like to acknowledge with great appreciation the work undertaken by ZEC in fulfilling its constitutional mandate, considering that this was its first delimitation exercise after the enactment of the 2013 Constitution. In this analysis, the committee, however, came up with key findings and observations, which include the following. One boundaries that were delimited above and below the maximum and minimum thresholds. B, insufficient information in descriptions of what. C, highly complicated coding. D, unspecified map scale. E, unlabeled words. F, topographic features not present on the maps. Maps that do not show old and existing boundaries. Lack of justification on changes in boundaries in specific words and constituents. Polling stations not indicated on the maps. Use of preliminary census data. possible misinterpretation of the minimum and maximum threshold. Madam Speaker, legal compliance issue. Section 160 and 161 of the Constitution and Section 37A of the Electoral Act provides for the legal basis for the delimitation of electoral boundaries. Link between population census and the delimitation is Section 161(1) of the Constitution requires delimitation to take place as soon as possible after a population census. Population is a critical consideration for delimitation and is listed in Section 161(6)(f) as one of the factors to be considered in attaining equal number of voters in a constituency for one. The population census contemplated in this section is the final report. Final census report, Madam Speaker. The committee noted that ZEC considered the registered voters population and not the total population. According to the report, they only used the census preliminary report to correlate the registered voters population with the adult population. The use of the selective segment of the population census, which is referred to as the adult population in the ZEC report, is perceived to be a non-conformity to the constitutional values and principles as enacted in Section 3, subsection 2J and K, which relates to the equitable sharing of national resources, including rent and devolution funds, respectively. A population census measures the entire population, including non-voters and children, who are also affected by the limitation of electoral boundaries in respect of service delivery. Being Madam Speaker, the committee took judicial notice of the fact that the final census report is yet to be finalized and published, and acknowledge the impediment of COVID-19 pandemic as a factor that delayed the holding of the population census at the time it had been scheduled, which had been bearing on the timing of the delimitation exercise. In light of this, the committee noted that ZEC reportedly considered the available preliminary census reports in an effort to comply with the constitutional obligation of delimitation. Madam Speaker, description of registered voters was a constitution. The committee noted that the report shows evidence of violation of Section 161, subsection 3 and 4 of the Constitution, providing for equal number of voters in the boundaries of constituency in one. The committee observed that this provision was not fully adhered to, as there are instances where some constituencies was more registered voters than others within the same group. A case in point is Greengar district, which is 70,980, but in almost the same number of wards with Cholocho district, which is 38,619 voters, in Buki district, which is 33,291 voters. Madam Speaker, on this point, we also observed that ZEC depended on Ministry of Local Government in coming up with a number of wards. So we don't know whether there was enough consultation between the two after observing this voter population, whether there was enough consultation that Greengar would be disadvantaged to maintain delay the same number of watts. B, Madam Speaker, in addition to the above, the report shows evidence that consideration is listed in subsection 6, such as the means sorry, Madam Speaker, Madam Speaker, I take B again. In addition to the above, the report shows evidence that the consideration listed in subsection 6, such as the means of communication between the area, the geographical distribution of voters, community of interest as the street register, in addition to the above, the report shows evidence that the consideration listed in subsection 6, such as the means of communication within the area, the geographical distribution of registered voters, community of interest as between registered voters, was not fully complied with. In order to give effect to the consideration, the subsection must be read together with the constitutional values and principles, as well as national objectives and devolution provided in section 3 in chapter 2 of the Constitution, respectively. C. The committee noted that in the spirit of promoting and observing the principles of good governance that encompasses transparency, justice, and fairness, the report should have provided justification for collapsing constituencies and rights. The Constitution in section 68 provides for the administrative conduct of decisions that are both substantially and procedurally fair. Section 9 of the Constitution talks about good governance, wherein commissions and other bodies established by and under the Constitution should carry out their functions fairly and honestly. The collapsing of constitutions and wars affects the legitimate expectations of stakeholders who may be adversely affected by the decision. The explanation by ZEC I think that was on last level. The explanation by ZEC during the oral evidence. I need to protect. The explanation by ZEC during the oral evidence was that constituencies with fewer registered voters the explanation by ZEC during the oral evidence was that constituencies with fewer registered voters but in some instances, the formula was not applied consistently, as was for constitutions most resident voters were collapsed to boost numbers in what of constituencies with fewer numbers. The case in point is Combasen 16,611 voters, which was collapsed to seat voters to Comba East and Comba West, which is 14,000.
This is why thank you.
The case in point is Combasen which had 21,700 and 16,822 ZEC confirmed to the meeting that it was those constituencies with lower voter population which were being collapsed to meet thresholds and bigger constituencies. Consideration of factors in section 161 in subsection 6. The Constitution requires that all factors listed in subsection 6 must be considered. These are namely community of interest, means of communication, physical features, geographical distribution of registered voters, existing electoral boundaries, and population. This will also require stakeholders consultation of the affected voters. The committee noted that the formula of criteria used as well as justification for the decision were not provided. The observation of the committee was that there was possible misinterpretation by ZEC of the 20% variance provision in subsection 6 as some wards and constituencies ended up having a variance of up to 40%. This therefore defeats the spirit of the Constitution trying to achieve equality of voters. The annex to the report clearly demonstrates how the standard deviation in certain instances was well above 20% variance. Being Honorable Speaker, in applying section 161 of the Constitution, ZEC has an obligation to take due regard of other constitutional provisions, such as section 3(2) J, which provides for the equitable sharing of national resources, including land, and section 264, subsection 2E, which provides equitable sharing of local and national resources. In addition, in terms of section 233, subsection C, ZEC is an obligation to promote constitutionalism and ensure that injustices are remedied. Madam Mr. Speaker, conservation was not fairly done, considering that there are certain areas where in key stakeholders such as traditional leaders were not consulted. Section 1616D of the Constitution provides that when dividing Zimbabwe into wards and constituencies, Zimbabwe Electoral Commission must, in respect of any area, give due consideration to any community of interest as between registered voters. This issue of planning involvement of key stakeholders is growing in areas where registered voters removed from their traditional leaders. To this end, the committee's view is that if stakeholder consultation were widely conducted, the community of interest issues should have been avoided. Then observation made on maps, Mr. Speaker. The committee noted that the coordinate system used by ZEC was too complicated for ordinary Zimbabwean citizens to understand and interpret spatial data represented on the maps. It is the committee's considered view that ZEC has the option to use a simpler geographical word system that represents location in terms of degrees, minutes, and seconds, such that users can simply enter the borders on the Google Maps to identify locations in their respective wards and constituencies. ZEC indicated that it used the geographic and projected system, which is modern and also adopted by other countries in the SADC region. The coordinates on the maps are meant for experts, while the descriptions for use by the general public. While this is the coordinate system used by ZEC was in line with new models of mapping in the SADC region, ZEC should have considered other user-friendly methods which can be understood by ordinary citizens. In the committee's view, it was not prudent to prioritize regional benchmarks without considering the interest of citizens. We do not know whether the benchmarks being referred to by ZEC also extend to how electoral commissions must choose what the system. Map scales not defined in the description. Section 161 calls assess that if there is a discrepancy between the description of any word constituent boundary, the map and maps prepared by the Zimbabwe Electoral Commission, the description prevails. However, ZEC neither provided any description of the scale in its report, nor did it indicate or specify the scale on the actual map. Therefore, it is within ZEC's obligation to describe the map scale used in each map in their description. The absence of clarity on the map scale used made it difficult to compute average walking distances to get to the police station. For example, ZEC indicated on the maps that maps were digitized from a scale of 100 to 50,000 and 100 to 250,000. But did not indicate the actual scale in which the data on the maps was presented. The committee was unable to obtain clarification from ZEC on the specific scale that was used. Then, see this speaker, someone defined in the description but not labeled on the map. Section 161, subsection 7b of the Constitution assesses that after delimiting wards and constituencies, the Zimbabwe Electoral Commission must submit to the President a preliminary report containing a map showing the wards and constituencies. ZEC provided maps where some of the wards were not labeled and some were not were labeled and some were not labeled, making it difficult for one to identify those wards that were unlabeled. delimitation on scale, the coordinate system used and the topographic features on the map, it was difficult to identify these ones using just the description provided by ZEC. A few examples are in Marsh Central, Marsh West, Rumweta, DC, that is 26 watts. 5 of them were not and identified on the map. In Marsh Central, Ruya, DC, and Mazoya, DC, 4 watts were not and identified on the map by means of their watt numbers. ZEC indicated that all watt numbers, but in a case where a watt number is not appearing, it may be a question of placement. It may not be visible on the small map, but will be visible on a separate blown out map. Mr. Speaker, descriptions reflect topographical features that are not reflected on the map. Well, section 16112 of the Constitution provides that if there is a discrepancy between the description of the boundaries of any water constitution and the maps prepared by the Zimbabwe Electoral Commission, the description prevails. ZEC provided descriptions that reflect topographic features that were not indicated on the map, making it difficult to relate their descriptions with the physical features on the ground. For example, an excerpt of the description of Bulawayo Code 1.8 says, in an area of land bound by a line drawn from intersections of Bulawayo, Victoria Falls railway line, and unnamed stream at state number 32 577 into Junction, so as to exclude it without the topographic features on the map. The committee's analysis was limited to such description. A specific issue arises on how a ordinary citizen reading such a description from Harare would identify a railway line in an unnamed street, 32577 of Tumban Township, Bulawayo, and when they have never been to such a place unless if three conditions were satisfied. That is, if such topographic features are present on the map, if an ordinary coordinate system based on degrees, minutes, and seconds allows them to obtain coordinates that can be used on Google Maps, and if the map scale is indicated on the map. That indicated that it produced thematic maps which relate to its function, but for effective analysis, the thematic maps should be used in conjunction with topographic and hydrological and population maps. They, however, did not include topographic features to avoid clutter on the map. However, the committee is aware of the overlay maps that do not create clutter, as there are options for design and color to make every feature easily visible on the map. Unless you do the report clearly illustrates the previously ideal map, which is more detailed than one produced by ZEC. Honorable members, I would say, if you look at the maps that were done during the delimitation exercise in 2007 and 2008, they had these features, but just merely looking at the map, everything, rivers, highways, plateaus will be easily seen. Population density. Section 1616 C and F assess that in delimiting, ZEC must give due consideration to C, the geographical distribution of registered voters, and F, its population, as part of its maps and description. ZEC did not provide information about population density and distribution boundary or population station decisions. They provided information that pointed to the fact that they consider the preliminary results from the census in analyzing the relationship between population and registered voters. F, this is speakership. Description refers to polling stations that are not indicated on the map. The committee found it important to compute average walking distance between polling stations, particularly in remote areas where there have been reports of long walking distance to the polling station. Those are a means of communication in section 161, subsection 6b, provides that ZEC must give due consideration to the means of communication within the area. The description provided by ZEC in its report referred to polling stations that are not indicated on the map. For example, in Ward 1 of Binga North constituency, in Binga RDC, ZEC argues in its report that there are 8 polling stations, but only one indicated on the map. There are many more examples that relate this scenario. Even though section 1612 provides for the supremacy of the description of a map, insufficiently labeled polling stations make it difficult for any analysis to compute average walking distance within the buffer zone of polling stations. Walking distances are a means of communication, and that also does not describe the physical features that affect the setting up of polling stations in certain areas like national parks, games, etc. That explained that polling stations were uniquely identified by using a polling station code system. Mrs. Speaker, drawing of boundaries. All existing boundaries versus proposed boundaries. Section 1616 is mandated ZEC to give due consideration to the existing electoral boundaries. The maps or descriptions provided by ZEC did not give illustrations or descriptions of how old and existing boundaries were moved to the newly proposed boundaries. The committee in its analysis found it difficult to relate to a new boundary description or a new boundary on the map without connecting them with the old and existing boundaries. For anyone to make sufficient comparisons between a new and old boundary, they must understand the old and existing boundary. The committee noted that maps for previous delimitation exercise contained detailed information compared to ones being proposed by ZEC. Some of these features include topographic features such as dams, rivers, mountains, geographical distribution of population. These features would have assisted in confirming the use of other factors exposed in section 1616 of the Constitution. ZEC pointed out the need to avoid cluttering the maps and indicated that all boundaries could be obtained in the 2007 and 2008 education report. The committee underscored the need to have superimposed the old and current boundaries over the proposed boundaries, providing justification for the new boundaries. In the current ZEC, pointed out that while the justifications for new boundaries were not reflected on the map, they, however, considered the old boundaries in determining new boundaries. They also pointed out that justification of the proposed boundaries were included in the description, but the committee did not find evidence of the justifications of why specific boundaries changes were made. ZEC also provided merely a description of what and not the description of what boundaries, as provided by the Constitution in section 161, subsection 7A, that says, after delimiting a words and constituencies, the Zimbabwe Electoral Commission must submit to the President as a preliminary report a list of the words and constituencies within the names assigned to each and description of their boundaries. This section clearly provides for the provisions of the description of boundaries and just the list of words, not the description of words. Instead of providing the description of boundaries for which changes were made, they provided the description of all words, including those words that were not affected by the boundaries. One such example is chicken with a municipality, Ward 17, that reads. Chicken is a municipality, Ward 17, in that space, talking about area. It is an area of land bound by a line drawn starting from where Azina Manga Road crosses an unnamed stream which separates units J and K. Then generally south, eastwards along Azina Manga Road to its intersection with the Marabara Road. Then generally southwards along Marabara Road to its junction with New Chitumisa. Then northward, I can go on that description on the area is bound by the following universal Lekata zone 36 south, based on the modification Clark 1880 coordinates, so the coordinates are then given. So in our observation, the description is going round and round, and one may not be able to locate the said words accurately. Possible misinterpretation of minimum and maximum threshold. What's the limitation above minimum threshold? Section 161 has said that state may depart from the required that constituencies in one must have equal numbers of voters, but not constituencies or one of the local authority contained may have more than 20% more or fewer registered voters than the other. Such constituencies or one. The public noted that some of the words were deleted above their threshold. That threshold. So, in Manicaland province, Makona DC Headlands constituency, what age was deleted at 3,231 above the maximum threshold of 3,185. In Manicaland province, Makona DC, Makoni West constituency, what vote was deleted at 3,274 above maximum threshold of 3,185. Then Mashonaland East, there are some examples from Manicaland. In Mashonaland East constituency, around the municipality, around the constituency, what line was delimited at 3,057 above the threshold of 2,051. Then Mashonaland West, Mashonaland West, Jimba, RGC, Jimba East constituency, what one has delimited at 4,675 above the permissible maximum threshold of 3,000. Zululand North, Wangea DC, Wangea West constituency. Ward 2 was delimited at 2,267 above maximum threshold of 211. I can go on and on, but this is what we are trying to demonstrate, that some wards, their thresholds outside the minimum and maximum permissible figures. They go on then go to appendages of signatures by commissioners. The committee noted that there was a provision for commissioners to append signatures, but they did not proceed to sign off the document. This observation was led in view of the fact that the 2007 final delimitation report was signed off by all commissioners, save for one. General observations of the preliminary report. The committee noted that previous delimitation reports contained sufficient detail in terms of descriptions compared to the current ZEC report. ZEC should have maintained the same style which is user-friendly for the ordinary citizens. Specific issues which require consideration by ZEC. The committee considered all the specific concerns raised by members in relation to the delimitation exercise. The issues are provided as an annexure to the report and require consideration by ZEC before finalization of the delimitation exercise. Recommendation. The committee recommends that ZEC should take due regard to the census population in its totality in the delimitation exercise and not just the adult population. ZEC was supposed to use the final census result. This is because wards and constituencies serve other purposes apart from elections, for instance, distribution of devolution funds and constituency development funds. Whether the factor of community interest between voters was considered, the committee recommends that ZEC should revisit the factor and ensure that it is taken into consideration. ZEC should ensure that there is equal number of voters in constituencies and wards as provided for in terms of section 1613 and 4 of the Constitution. Where there was a departure from the permissible variance of lower and upper limit of 20%, ZEC should rectify and ensure that it remains within its allowable variance. I would want to add at this juncture that when we met ZEC, they undertook to make those changes to make up from parliament to them. They are amenable to making such changes. Where collapsing of constituencies that have more voters was done to give into those that have fewer voters, it is the committee's considered view that they should use the same principle to maintain those with more votes and collapsing those with fewer voters. Then, in conclusion, the committee's findings in its analysis of the 2022 preliminary delimitation report provide a basis for its conclusion on the 2022 preliminary report on the delimitation exercise. While the committee appreciates that it is not possible for ZEC to meet the expectations of all the stakeholders in this exercise, it is the committee's considered view that all the issues raised in this report, particularly those that are inconsistent with provisions of section 161 of the Constitution, will be resolved before the finalization of the report on the delimitation exercise. As expressed in section 1 to protect the Constitution and to ensure that the state and all institutions and agents of government at all levels, every level, act constitutionally in the national interest. I thank you.
Electoral Commission 2022. We are reading a report on the delimitation. Is there any difference?
Mr. Speaker says, I move that the do not adjourn.
That needs to work over the
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker said, with the indulgence of the House and yourself, Mr. Speaker said, I need to put it on record, Mr. Speaker, that we have a problem with regard to our members of parliament in terms of them debating to this preliminary delimitation report. In the regard that most of our members, regardless of what they will, what is their will on how they must debate, they are being forced to go on virtual. Why? Because we have a challenge with the Treasury and the administration of Parliament in terms of the accommodation for members of Parliament. And that is a big problem. So now, with this position in regard to the report, members are supposed to debate on the 17th and the 18th. And the challenge that there, with the challenge of network across the country, because of the challenge of load shedding, it's a big issue. So members have to come to the House and represent their constituencies and the people that they will detect physically. So my prayer is for administration and treasury and the honorable Minister of Justice to give us a clear commitment that our members will be allowed to be in the house physically and debate on the 17th and 18th. That's my prayer. Thank you.
Thank you very much, David. Very significant issue that we need to make sure that we look into that issue and give us that issue. After we give that, then that's the one.
Can I have one point of clarity, please?
No,
Why not? No, Mr. Speaker, can I confirm point of clarity will be on Tuesday? Thank you. Thank you.